unidentified distress beacon has been tracked to a derelict space vessel in orbit above Tallon IV. You know, the fourth Talon that one Eagle has. There's also a lot of space out here in the spaceland of space. The 14th frontier. Also known as the final one because we're too lazy to explore the 15th frontier. There are also lots of rocks falling to space that are also falling down to the fourth Talon of that one Eagle. Clipping job. Great job. Beware, this spacious space station looks like a giant frog and a shoe combined together to make one large vacuum. Also, there's my ship. Just in case you didn't realize that I actually have to play this game. And it's leaving these special particles behind. Well, it was, but now it's not. So there must have been a bug that got incinerated in the engine. Check it out! I am ugly! Looking. For now. Maybe. Sort of. I'm not sure yet. Whoa! Time to get partly serious. Welcome to Metroid Prime. I talked when it was like doing the intro ping. I failed miserably as a Let's Player. Welcome to Metroid Prime. I'm your host, RC Scepter. Well, actually, let's just kind of discuss that for a moment. I was your host, RC Scepter 5665, but now I'm no longer RC Scepter 5665 because my channel kind of sort of died because of Google+. We all know and love Google Plus for its terrible, 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 terrible tactics. So from now on, I will be known as my oldest alias, Mr. Ceptorstein, because it's easy to remember, and I like it, and it kind of fits my complete ridiculousnly. So, allow me to explain a couple of things relating to this Let's Play in particular. One, usually for Metroid Prime Let's Plays, I've had a tradition of including a musical intro in which I compose and put into this. But I think this time, maybe not. I might not bother with that this time around. I may in the later, like for the final episode or whatever. I'm not really sure exactly how I want to work with that. I just want to do Let's Plays because I enjoy them. I love the Prime games a lot because, I don't know, I've played them for like forever. Since like, you know, the 80s. And so I really love this game, and yeah, so I really actually kind of want to play it, and I really want to enjoy the game. So when you come in here, this is a map station. For those of you that are completely uneducated, make sure you scan them. If you walk into it, it will kind of not really, but actually it will give you the area map of the area that you're in, so that you hopefully won't get lost. If you do get lost, well, I think you need to get your priorities straight. So when you stand in holograms, shit happens. It's actually kind of cool. There's not really much else to explain with that. You step into a hologram, it does something. Now, watch out. Electricity does hurt. I know that you're a ball and everything, and you have like a really hard shell that, like, you know, you become into turtle mode, but it still hurts you nonetheless. Now you can't scam those space pirates yet because that'd be too easy. I went to pick up energy but didn't, and then I ended up failing that miserably. Scan that one turret over there, because the turrets are also important scans for some reason. Don't quite ask me why that's the case, but it is. Now, in here, you'll see that these two particular log scans, or just one. Whatever. Whatever. I can be wrong. I can be wrong for once. It's perfectly cool. There are two scans in the frigate Orpheon, which is where we are, just in case you hadn't any idea. This could also be nicknamed as the frigate Orpheus or Orifice, whichever floats your boat, or in this particular case makes it derelict. So I just completely missed the space pirate on the floor, but kill the ones that are actually walking around because you could do stuff like that. And yes, there are actually two scans in particular that I'm thinking of that you can miss in this area, and they're one-time only scans, so make sure that you get them. Yes, actually, I am thinking correctly. That one was a Spirate data, because they're not space pirates, they're Spirates. Space pirate data. Kill this guy before he falls on the floor. Though you can do something pretty funny with that if you don't decide to kill him first. You can actually kind of like weed around him and get into that, and then open the door, and then get around him, and then it's cool. But no, there are two particular scans in the frigate orifice that you will want to scan, and the one of them I already got, which was the space pirate lore. But the next one is actually in this next room here. Also, open this door and scan the stave station. You don't have to use it, though, because you know what? I am a hardcore player, and I don't know why I did that. But I'm a hardcore player, and I like playing my games hardcore-like, and, you know, telling everybody that they suck at it more than I do. And I suck pretty bad at the game. So, yeah, to tell you the truth, I don't exactly know why I have the fusion suit. I didn't mean to have that pop up, but apparently it decided to pop up for me, so now I get to look ugly throughout the entirety of the game. Actually, I kind of like the fusion suit. The fusion suit's actually kind of cool looking. I particularly like the visor shape. I'm not a huge fan of the color scheme of the outer layer, but whatever. Anyway, this is the pirate queen who can't phase through a reactor properly, so that she has to leak from the mouth all over the place. And this is the second scan I was talking about. So make sure you kind of scan it. This will take a little bit of time out of your game, if you'd like to scan it. But once you do, then you can like tap on, lock, and then do this thing called the multiple missile thing, which isn't working for me. Why aren't you working for me? Curses. Now I have to spend forever on this fight because I missed it. And she's firing her laser blah. Oh, she's dead. Oh, there you go. So we're good for now. The Parasite Queen has been defeated. I didn't think those were feet in the first place, but there you go. She's down, falls into the reactor, and
evacuate immediately.
ah, crap. The frigate orifice is now evacuating its bowels. We're having a bowel movement right now, so we need to kind of sort of escape the crap out of this place, which is kind of funny considering that bowels and crap, you know, go hand in hand. Or, you know, intestine to intestine. But anyway, enough of the poop jokes. Which way is the exit? Is the exit? There it is. I knew it was here somewhere, but I just didn't want to be too safe. That switch disables that turret, turns it green, meaning that it won't attack you, but it'll attack friendlies. They die. Boom, you're dead. Ha 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 ha. I kind of actually like this part of the game, escaping from the frigate, just because it's kind of funny to go down here and watch all the parasites kind of flood over you. It's a lot of fun. Now, in case you hadn't noticed, I am playing the Wii Trilogy version of Metroid Prime. And why? Because, well, story has it. Well, not story has it, but my story in particular of this is I've played this game as a Let's Play a multitude of times, probably a millennia of times. I don't even understand anymore. I did a Let's Play of this on my previous channel before it died. I also did a Let's Play of Metroid Prime 2 Echoes, and I was in the process of doing a Let's Play of Metroid Prime 3 Corruption. But unfortunately, that's all kind of gone down the drain, and I don't think I don't have any of the backup files for them. So unfortunately, if I ever get around to it, I will have to redo them in the future, which sucks. But I love these games, so I'm willing to do that. No, I don't love it when it closes the door on me, though. But yes, I do love these games quite a lot, and we'll probably end up replaying Prime 2 in the future, but probably not straight after this one, because this one does take a considerable amount of effort. I don't know how that parasite got through the door, but he probably phased through it. Because, you know, this game has like phase-in in it, phase-on, and they like phasing through things. So, you know, I can make some pretty good pretty good puns. I like the door closing fast enough there to stop me from flying out, because usually I fly straight out of there and then it causes problems, and then that's it. I like how I managed to make the camera lag behind me there for a moment. Now, enter Meta-Ridley! Oh, I spoiled it about 5 seconds before you see him. There you go. Well, not really, but there you go. Now you see him. God damn it, I don't want to be in here anymore. And then he just, like, rage quits, and everything lets him go. And then he flies out the ceiling, which has a hole in the roof. And, like, leaves all the pebbles. Damn, I let him get away. All right, let's just look up. Grapple beam time, yay. Get your head hit on by falling debris. Yeah, totally failed miserably. Deactivate the turret, and then go through the electro fields, and then scan this button, and then lose all your stuff, because that usually happens in Metroid Prime games. Or Metroid games in general. Whoop! Bonk! Use the Force, Samus. And now watch my suit miraculously change color. Wow! I lost all the green pigment! Seriously, that explosion beat the crap out of the green pigment in my skin. And then changed my... Did it change my suit yellow? Or did it just... Did it just do the like, taking the green pigment out of my skin? The room is depressurizing. The pressure isn't so bad now. The pressure on escaping the frigate isn't so bad anymore. You can do it safely and successfully, Samutz. Explosions that can be heard in space for some reason. As can the roars of Ridley that... Oh. Curses! God, he too likes to live dangerously. After him, ship! Go forthwards, my trusty steed, into that asteroid. Or that meteor, because it's not big enough to be an asteroid. Tracking on enemy target has been lost. Ground-based recon required. I reckon that you need to land. Oh, look, it's so beautiful here with the thunderstorms and all the, you know, the beautiful nature. Oh my God, it's gonna crash! Oh my God. Now you see, we could do this as a National Geographic documentary of the planet of Tallon IV. It's so beautiful here with all its swamp-like petals and, you know, all that other lily pad stuff. And oh my God, we're gonna crash! Oh my God, it's gonna stop us! And now you can see all the beautiful waterfalls and stuff like that. No, 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 not the cameraman! Not the camera! Well, folks, we incinerated the cameraman. That's not good. That's not good at all. It's wet out here. I'm just gonna narrate everything Samus is probably thinking. It's like, it's wet out here. Game was not saved. Do I really care? Not particularly. So, the reason why we lost Ridley, if you couldn't notice by the cutscene, was that Samus went in one completely opposite direction from the Ridley guy, and then we lost him. So scan the Beatles, you know, make sure you scan every single one of them, including Paul McCartney. yeah. And then, yeah, scan everything. So, in Metroid games, you actually want to get into the habit of scanning literally every single thing that exists, because more often than not, it can actually be kind of important. Like, those things are important because they explode. And surprisingly don't hurt you, yet they kill everything else in the room. It's awesome. So, essentially what this game is about, if you've never played Metroid Prime games before, if you've never played Metroid games, is we have to try and find Mr. Meta-Ridley. I don't even know if I can call him Mr. because he's made of metal. And since he's Meta, I'm just going to call him Mr. It. We're going to go and find Mr. It by scanning Chozo lores, which is what that doohickey there is. But essentially, we have to go to a variety of different places around the planet, like the Chozo ruins. Which sounds kind of weird considering the fact that it's the Chozo ruins, and the Chozo were a race of bird-like people. And so that would be like saying that these are human ruins, but they're not human because they were Chozo people, and that was kind of weird. So, regardless, basically what you have to do is you have to go around to these different areas throughout the world of 10 and 14. And basically, you have to try and get all your items back in order to be able to get to Meta-Ridley and potentially kick its butt. Its metallic butt and behind. And potentially hurt your fist. Because now that you our Samutz Aran, you can kick using your fists. You're just that talented, I know, it's incredible. Now, beware of the war wasps in this room. I call them wasps because they're a waste of my time. They really are. They're annoying, and they serve no purpose except to sting you in the metallic behind. So the seismic disturbance is basically what you call terminal flatulence on a large-scale degree. That is a missile door. You can scan it if you like. It's preferred that you do. Then you prefer to ignore all the war wasps in the room because you can't really... Well, you can deal with them if you want, but... You don't have to, because I'm doing it for you. Well, up until a certain point, and then when you play this game yourself, you're going to be like, oh, I wish that video was actually affecting me on a real-life basis. You know, beyond what it already does. Totally, yeah. So, let's just drop down into this room. I wonder if I can actually do this. No, not yet. I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm thinking along the GameCube lines here. But once you get there, you can't get that because it trolls you. And it's like, hey, check out this beautiful... Nope, never mind. You're not getting that item. You ain't getting that. You ain't getting that. So now the room is flooded with this poisonous material that for some reason is so potently poisonous that it will actually hurt you upon stepping in it. As you noticed. What are you doing? These are ram war wasps. These are a genetic type of war wasp that are exceedingly annoying compared to the previous types. But more often than, well actually not more often than not, but these ones in particular are actually, this is the only time you will see this type of war wasp. So, make sure that you scan it before you kill the crap out of the Hive Metron. This is, as I said, every wave increases in the number of war wasps that it'll throw at you, and if you shoot enough, you can hope and pray that you will actually be able to kill some of them. But yes, it does literally just throw this unique type of war wasp at you, and there is another unique type of war wasp that we'll be seeing a little bit later, probably in the next episode. We need to do this 2 more times after this particular wave. Stop stopping outside of my peripheral vision, or my tunnel vision. You can actually kind of get a head start on them when they first come out of the little cubby things. You can actually kind of get a bit of a head start on them because they stand still. Well, they fly still for like a couple seconds. Yeah, there's a word for that. They call it hover. Whoa! That one nearly passed. Well, that did pass me, but you know what I mean. Where are you? Come, stop to my left. That's what I don't do. Now, this should be the last one. If not, I have to do it a second time. That was the last one. Hive Matcha defeated. Perfect. Now let me grab my newfound spangled item, which is exceedingly shiny. Yeah! Victory triumphant pose, and then, yeah. We got the missile launcher. Press the down D-pad thing to fire, and then it will, like, do the... So yeah, scan the missile door if you haven't already, and then go through it, and then get yourself an energy tank, and then end your Let's Play episode. So... I have been your host, RC-Sceptor566. I gotta get used to this. This is gonna be a little bit weird, but I've been your host, Mr. Ceptorstein. I will see you guys back in the next episode of this. Be sure to subscribe if you want to stay up to date with my footages, and my feet in particular, as they age. You know, foot age. So, I will see you then, and I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you then, and I'll see you then. So, bye!